So, we have a set of questions. So which of the following set of statements best describe the nature and objectives of the teaching? So we have to select the nature and the objective of the teaching. So option A2 we have given. A, teaching and learning are integrately related. Teaching and learning are integrately related. Yes, it is true. There is no difference between teaching and training. Yes, there is a difference because teaching, one of the characteristics of teaching is to uh, build this, shape the character of the student. Instead, training is focusing only on improving the skill set of the student. So there is a difference between teaching and training. And concern of all teaching is to ensure some kind of information in students. Concern of all teaching is to ensure some kind of transformation of knowledge in students. Yes, that is true. All good teaching is formal in nature. All good teaching is formal nature. Formal here is in classroom by a teacher. Informal maybe by family, society. So all good teaching is formal in nature. No, all good teaching is both formal and informal in nature. A teacher is a senior person. Anyone can be a teacher. Okay, because I learned something from my students. So means sometimes they are my teachers. And if teaching is social act, whereas learning is a personal act. Yes, that is so true. So option A, C, F. Option A, C, and F would be the perfect answer. Yes, that's the right answer. The second question, which of the following learner characteristics is highly related to effectiveness of teaching? Learner characteristics. So learner characteristics related to effectiveness of teaching. Prior experience of the learner, yes, prior knowledge of a particular content, particular subject is requested prerequisites of a knowledge, prerequisite in the syllabus also we have seen that prerequisites is necessary. So prior knowledge of the learner is, uh, can improve the teaching and learning practice. Educational status of the parents of the learner, definitely not. Peer groups of the learner, maybe, but not highly related. And family size from which learner came? No, definitely not. So it should be prior experience of the learner. Yes. We have two sets indicating methods of teaching and provide basic requirements for success or effectiveness. So we need to match it. So lecturing, here I have given lecturing, discussion in groups, brainstorming, and programmed instruction. As we will see, lecturing. Lecturing can be basic requirements for the success or effectiveness, can be uh, content delivery. Content delivery. Content delivery would be the best option here. So A3, discussion groups. Discussion groups can have small step presentation. No.
5. Team-based interaction among participants.
Yes, team-based instruction. Yes, that would be the best option. And then brainstorming will have to produce production of large number of ideas. It's the best option. Then programmed instruction, the small step presentation with feedback provided. That would be the best option. So A3, A3, B5, C2, and D1. It will be best option. Yes, that's the right answer. Then we have evaluation procedures. Even to identify, we have to identify those which will be called formative evaluation. So formative evaluation happened during the course. During the course, before the course, it is placement evaluation. During the course, it is formative. and also known as internal evaluation. After the course completion, it is summative evaluation. Or end of the course, it is summative evaluation. So here, a teacher award grades to the students after having transacted the course. So after having transacted course, no formative evaluation happening during the course. During interaction with the students in the classroom, the teacher provides corrective feedback. Yes, like uh, anything that unit unit test like that, or seminar like that. The teacher gives marks to the students on a unit test. Yes, that would be good. Formative evaluation procedures. We'll check that. Where it is C, whether it is A, C, there is no A, C, yes, either A, C or A, B. Okay. The teacher clarifies the doubts of students in the class itself. Yes, that would be the best option. The overall performance of the students is reported to the parents at every 3 months in the interval. No. Overall performance, no. The learner's motivation is raised by the teacher through question and answer session. Yes. So during the class or during the course. So we can have this B, C, and F. B, C, and F. Or B, sorry, B, D, and F. B, D, and F. B, D, F. The answer is also there. So B, D, and F. Okay. Next one. Assertion. All teaching should aim at ensuring learning. All teaching should aim at ensuring learning. So true. All learning results. All learning results from teaching. All learning results from teaching. No. Learning can be from anything. Self-learning also it can happen. So all learning only results from teaching. That is completely not true. So A is true, reason is false. Assertion is true and reason is false. Which of the following set of statements best represents the nature and objective of teaching and learning? So, nature and objective of teaching and learning. So, teaching is like selling and learning is like buying. So, yes, that is so true. And then teaching implies learning, whereas learning does not imply teaching. Teaching implies learning, whereas learning does not imply teaching. Teaching implies learning, yes, as learning does not imply teaching. No. Teaching is a kind of delivery of knowledge, while learning is like receiving it. Yes, this is true. Teaching is an interaction and is triadic in nature, whereas learning is an active engagement in the subject matter domain. Yes. So B, T, E, B, D, E. So teaching is a social act, whereas learning is a personal act. The right answer. This is true. Teaching is like selling and learning is like buying. So this is true. Teaching is social act. Learning is a personal act. This is true also. So here the set of answers given here is A, D, and E. A, D, and E. But this is also true. The given options A, D, and E. Yes, that's the right answer. But teaching is a social act is true. And learning is personal act is also true. So A, D, and E. The options given A, D, and E. But definitely it's option B is also correct. Right. From the list given below, identify the learner characteristics which would facilitate teaching learning system to become effective. So, learner characteristics which makes teaching effective. Prior experience of the learner, yes. Learner's family lineage, definitely not. Nothing interrelated with learner. We have many first graduate now. Aptitude of the learner, yes. Learner stage of development, maybe. Learner's food habits and hobbies, definitely not. Learner's religious affiliation, definitely not. So we left with A, C, and D. A, C, and D. So the answer would be A, C, and D. Yes, that's the right answer. All teaching implies learning. All teaching implies learning. Assertion. Learning to be useful must be derived from teaching. Learning to be useful must be derived from teaching. Okay. All teaching implies learning. That is true. Learning to be useful must be derived from teaching. So someone have to learn must be comes from teaching. So it would be useful. Okay. So I don't know if it is true or is maybe false, or if R is false or is true, then it should be a correct explanation. So what would be the right answer here? What can be the right answer?
So I think B is the right answer.
So B. It's not the correct explanation, I think. Okay, let's check. So it is the correct explanation of assertion. So it's like learning to be useful must be derived from teaching. Okay, that is true. And also, it is a correct explanation for all teaching implies learning. Okay. Then, on the basis of summative test, a teacher is interpreting his or her students' performance in terms of their wellness lifestyle evident in behavior. This is called on summative test, on the basis of summative test. So it should be after the end of the course. So formative testing, definitely not. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation, like internal, no. Norm referenced testing. Norm referenced testing means we are checking the course against norms, like 40% of the total marks will be pass, like that. So it cannot be. So it should be criterion referenced testing. Like we can have some criteria, like how he dresses, yes, how he grooms himself, how he speaks, how he walks, how he sits, also how much knowledge he possesses, like that. So, like in an interview, so we can have it as criterion reference to the testing. Yes, that's the right answer. Then, which one of the following is a key behavior in effective teaching? Key behavior in effective test teaching. Using students' ideas in contribution, structuring, instructional variety, and questioning. Okay, key behavior. All these are correct answers. See, all these are correct answer, but they're asking key behavior. So what will be the right answer? Right option. All of these are characteristics of effective teaching, behavior of effective teaching, and also behavior of teaching. But here, key behavior in effective teaching. So choosing students' ideas and contribution. Yes, it is true, but is it a key behavior? Maybe structuring basics of teaching. The basics of teaching. So it's cannot be. Questioning is also basics of teaching, but they're talking about effective teaching. So using student ideas and contribution or instructional variety. Using student ideas and contribution or structure or instructional variety. So the answer would be instructional variety. Option. The given option, the key behavior is instructional variety. That's the
Sir,
right
can you tell me what is instructional variety, sir?
like you can have an effective teaching. Here it means that when we give instruction, that instruction should have factual evidences like case studies, and also during the content instruction is given, I can have variety of instructions using a slideshow or a map supplementing the content, and also some story during narrating, giving instructions like story or role playing, and also like video representation, audio representation. So those can be the instructional variety.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Which of the following set of statement represents acceptable propositions in respect of teaching learning relationship? Of statements represents acceptable proposition in respect of teaching learning relationship. Okay. When students fail in a test, it is the teacher who fails. It is the teacher who fails. When students fail in a test, it is the teacher who fails. That's what most of my principals said. So it can be true. On every meeting, the students fails. The students was not asked the question, teacher is asked the question. So it can be true. Every teaching must aim at ensuring learning. Yes, that is so true. There can be teaching without learning taking place. Definitely not. There can be teaching without learning taking place. There can be teaching without learning taking place. May be true. Sometimes it is true. Students may find it is not relevant. So it might be true. We'll check. There can be no learning without teaching. There can be no learning without teaching. No. Personal learning is also possible. Like informal learning is also possible. In some parents using home teaching also. And a teacher teaches, but learners also. A teacher teaches, but learners also teaches. A teacher teaches, but learners also teaches. Maybe that's true. The teacher teaches, but learners also teaches. That can be true. We can be sometimes like we have peer tutoring activity like that. Peer tutoring activities. So it can be true. Real learning implies rote learning, definitely not. Real learning implies rote learning, definitely not. So options here 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5 or 4. 5 is definitely right. 1, 2, 5 definitely right. 6 is definitely wrong. So 1, 2, 5, and then 3. 3 would be correct. There can be teaching without learning taking place. For some instances, like if the students does not find it irrelevant, or students not interested like that. So B would be the right answer. Yes, that's the right answer. So then learning is a lifelong process. Learning is a lifelong process. Yes, true. Learning to be useful must be linked with life process. Learning to be useful must be linked with life processes. Yes, both are true, but we need to check the whether reason is the correct explanation for assertion. Learning is a lifelong process. Yes, we can learn till the end. Learning to be useful must be linked with life process. Maybe, but it's not possible. Like we have some structures like 5 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3, like school plus college plus, and we have some restrictions also. And also we have some open forum to learn. Like ignore, anyone can learn from ignore. So learning to be must be linked with life process. Both are true, so we will check whether it is the correct explanation or if it is not the correct explanation. The answer given is it is not the correct explanation of A. Maybe we will check this question. Either I don't know why it is not the correct explanation, so we should check this. I will check and explain it later. Okay. Then the effectiveness of teaching has to be judged. Effectiveness of the teaching has to be judged in terms of course coverage, no. Students' interest, maybe. Learning outcomes of the students, yes, definitely yes. Use of teaching aids in the classroom, no. So learning outcome of students would be the best option given here, because student interest can be vary, but outcome is important. Learning outcome is important. Very outcome after like percentage, passing percentage, or score of the students, or if the students have gone extra mile to complete anything like paper presentation on a topic, or attending seminars, workshops, learning new skills on that particular thing. So outcomes of the students, it's important. So effectiveness of teaching has to be judged in terms of learning outcomes of the students. Would be the right option. Yes. Okay. In which teaching method learners' participation is optimal and proactive? We have seen this. Optimal and proactive. What can be the right answer? Discussion method, buzz session method, brainstorming session method, project method. What can be the right answer? Like either we have project method or I think everything is the right answer. So these are the questions that made us think more on teaching. Like learners' participation is made optimal and proactive. Optimal and proactive. You can have brainstorming to generate ideas. Maybe not possible for some students. Project method, yes, but they have to complete. So everyone have to complete. But participation, maybe discussion method. Maybe discussion method. Why it is not brainstorming session method is like it's some students may find it difficult for some even problem solving topics or ideas. Maybe it's not optimal. And then project method is also not optimal because we are guiding part of the project. We are guiding. So actually students following the instructions mostly. So yeah, bus session method includes like problem solving. It's like problem solving method or idea generation or problem solving method. So some some students may find it difficult. So discussion method would be optimal. Among this, discussion method would be optimal, so anyone can participate and have their opinion. So optimal here means everyone have to participate, so everyone have to be inactive. So discussion method would be best option, I think. Yes, that's the right answer. Then one of the most powerful factors affecting teaching effectiveness related to definitely not social system of the country. So we have seen one image of a teacher teaching in the classroom, like uh, he actually teaching computer to the students without even computer. He draw everything from the computer. So social system of the country is not. Economic status of society definitely not. Prevailing political system, no. Education system, definitely yes. Educational system is the most powerful factor affecting teaching effectiveness. Effective educational system is the powerful factor, most powerful factor. These are all factors, but it's not most powerful factor. Educational system, yes. Education system itself can affect. Then formative evaluation tends to accelerate the pace of learning. Yes, true. It happened. Formative evaluation happening during uh, the course, and students are they are assisted. Those teacher can change their plan based on students' feedback and students' learning outcomes. So it is true. As against summative evaluation, formative evaluation is highly reliable. Against compared to summative evaluation, formative evaluation is highly reliable. It's not reliable. Summative also here it is reliable means true or trust or believe, like that. So yes, it is reliable. Summative evaluation is also reliable because the students were asked questions from the same subject. So it is not true. So A is true or is false. Yes, that's the right answer. The best way for providing value education is through discussion on spiritual, I think spiritual text, lecture or discourse on values, lecture or discourse on values. Yes, maybe a discussion on is best way here. Okay. Seminar or symposium values, mentoring or reflective session on values. Yes, everything is can be provided provided by value education, but question asked best way here. Mentoring, seminar or symposium and values, maybe, but students are not completely participating. Discussions on spiritual text or mentoring lecture. Anything can be the right answer here. I don't know. I can't find the best way. So it would be either mentoring or reflective session on values or discussion on or also lecture or disclosures on values. Yes. Anything among three can be the right answer. So the answer given is lecture or disclosure on values. So it is the best way for providing value education through this lecture or disclosures on values. Yes. Which set of learner characteristics may be considered helpful in designing effective teaching learning system? Consider learner characteristics consider helpful to in designing effective teaching learning system. Yes. Select the correct alternative form of codes given below. Yes. Prior experience of the learner. Yes. True. Interpersonal relationship of learners, family and family friends. No, definitely. Ability of the learners in respect of the student subject. Yes. Students' language background. Yes, it is true because If the content is delivered in the same language, then it is effective. Communication can be effective, which implies the teaching can be effective. Yes. Interest of students following the prescribed dress code. Interest of students in following the prescribed dress code. I don't know, maybe in some cases it is true. We'll check here. Motivational orientation of the students. Motivational orientation of the students. Yes. If the student is motivated, then there is nothing can stop to further teaching learning process. So first one, and then two is not. Okay. So not. So 3, 4, 6. So 5 is 6. 5 is not the helpful. It is not helpful in designing effective teaching learning system. So the answer would be B. Answer would be B. Yes, that is the right answer. Next, we have two sets of the question given here. We have a college level assistant professor has planned his or her lecture with an intent to develop cognitive dimension of students centered on skills of analysis and synthesis. Analysis here is breaking down instructions or going from general to specific. Synthesis means from specific to general, or like going from specific part to general part. So here the question, a college level assistant professor has planned his lectures with an intent to develop cognitive dimension of students centered on skills of analysis and synthesis. Below given are two sets of items consisting level of cognitive interchange and comprising basic requirements for promoting them. So, okay, memory level, understanding level, left writing level. So what we are going to do, we have three levels, A, B, C. A, B, three levels. So we have to match with the basic requirements for promoting knowledge. Okay. Okay. A is given memory level. Okay. How rote learning can be obtained. Rote learning. So students have to memorize everything. So giving opportunity for discriminating examples and non-example of point, recording the important points made during presentations, asking the students to discuss various items of information, critically analyzing the points to be made and discussed. So among this, rote learning can be provided, uh, the basic requirement can be recording the important points made during presentations, and it can give as a notes. So rote learning, memory level, recording each important points made during the presentation. And then understanding level, so to understand here, asking the question to discuss, or giving opportunity for discriminating examples and non-examples of a point. Giving opportunity for discriminating, so examples and non-examples of a point. Okay, that would be true. So they can understand the concept. So understanding level, giving opportunity for discriminating examples and non-examples of a point. Yes. For reflective level, here the students applies the knowledge. So mostly about thinking. So here asking the student to discuss various items of information or critically analyzing the points to be made and discussed. Yes. So the reflective level is more about thinking. So you will choose critically analyzing the points. Critical analyzing points. That would be best option. So A2, B, B3, or B1, C4. answer would be so A2, B1, C2. That would be the right answer. C would be the right answer. Yes, that's the right answer. Now we have another question. Okay. Match the items of the first set and that of second set in respect of evaluation system. Yes. Formative evaluation. Formative evaluation, which includes like formative evaluation, evaluating cognitive and pro-cognitive ability. No. Test and their interpretation based on a group and certain yardsticks. No. Predicting the final learning outcomes on the evaluation. That would be for summative evaluation. So grading the final outcomes evaluation would be B, summative evaluation. Quizzes and discussion test. Yes, that would be for formative evaluation. So next, continuous and comprehensive. Continuous and comprehensive norm and criteria referenced. Okay. Norm and reference, we can say that test and their interpretation based on a group and certain yardsticks. Yes. So T, continuous and comprehensive evaluation, like CBSE, evaluating cognitive and co-cognitive aspects with regularity. Yes. So continuous and comprehensive. So regularly we are checking. So it would be C. So the answer would be A4, A4, B3, C1, and D2. Yes. Yes, that's the right answer. Yeah. Alternative, which consists of positive factors contributing to effectiveness of teaching. Positive factors contributing to effectiveness of teaching. Alternative. Teachers' knowledge of the subject. Yes, yes. Teachers' socio-economic background. Definitely not. Communication skill of the teacher. Yes. Teachers' ability to please the students. No. Teachers' personal contact with students. Teachers' personal contact with students. No. Teachers' competence in managing and monitoring the classroom's transaction. Yes, that is so true. So, teachers' knowledge of the section A, communication skill of the teacher C, F. Teachers' competence in managing and monitoring the classroom transaction. So, A, C, F. So, D would be the correct answer. Yes. The use of teaching aids is justified on the grounds of so, use of teaching aids is justified and on the grounds of attracting students' attention in the classroom, minimizing indiscipline problems in the classroom, no, optimizing learning outcomes of the students, effective engagement of students in learning tasks. So, is justified. So, teaching aids is a supplement tool for teaching. Maybe attracting students at no, minimizing indiscipline. It is teachers' basic teach skill. So, it is not a supplement. Optimizing learning outcome of students, maybe, but effective engagement, yes. Effective engagement of students in learning tasks can be improved by teaching aids or by using teaching aids, we can find the students' effective engagement. So that would be the right answer. We'll check. Yes. The use of teaching aids is justified on the grounds of effective engagement of students in learning tasks. Next. The purpose of higher education is to promote critical and creative thinking ability among the students. Yes, that is so true. These abilities ensure job placements. These abilities ensure job placements. Ensure job placements. Can help the students to get job but it is not the soul, or it is not the purpose of making him ethical and creative. Maybe he don't want job. So we just make him shape his character, making a better person. So higher education mostly is not just about placement, but ensures job placement. No. Yes. So it is false. Yes. A is true and assertion is true and reason is false. We already seen this question, I think. As a teacher, select the best option to ensure effective presence in the classroom. We have already seen this question in communication. Use of peer command, making aggressive statements, being authoritarian, but adoption of well-established posture. The same question are discussed in communication. During classroom communication, we have seen the same question. The same question also asked in teaching and learning section. Yes. Imagine you are working in an educational institution where people are equal status. Which method is communication? Okay, this communication. Okay. Yes, communication. Okay. Greater the handicap of the students coming to the educational institution, greater the demand of the handicap of the students coming to educational institution, greater the demand on. If a student with a different ability, you can say handicapped, different abled student, differently abled student. Okay, like anything like blind or deaf students. You can say that instead of handicapped, differently able students coming to the educational institutions, we have the greater demand on definitely the teacher. Yes, the teacher would have to. A teacher, so for example, if a student without speaking ability, so the teacher, so there might be a teacher which knew sign languages. So teacher is a great demand. Yes, that is so true. What are the characteristics of continuous and comprehensive evaluation? Yes, it increases the workload on students by taking multiple tests. No. It replaces mark with grades. Yes. It evaluates every aspect of the student. Yes. It helps in reducing examination profile. Yes. So continuous internal assessment. Like yes. So BCD would be the right answer. BCD would be the right answer. Yes. Which of the following attributes denote great strengths of the teacher? Answer that full-time active involvement in teaching in the institutional management. Full-time active involvement in the institutional management. Okay. Attribute denotes great strength of a teacher. Great strengths of a teacher. Full-time active involvement in the institutional management. No, not full-time. Setting examples, yes, the teacher should be an example. Willingness to put assumptions to the test, yes. Acknowledging mistake, yes. So BCD would be the best option. Okay. Yes, that's the right answer. Which one of the following statements is correct in the context of multiple choice type testing? Okay. Which of one of the following statement is correct in context of MCQ, like this question? They are most objective than true false type questions. They are less objective than essay. It is more objective. Yes, essay type question. They are more objective. They are more subjective than short type answer questions. No. They are more subjective than true or false type questions. No. So they are more objective than true or false type questions. That is right. Okay. So less objective here means it is more objective. It is more objective. Comparing with essay type, it is objective. MCQ is objective. Then short type questions. So comparing to short type questions and also comparing to true or false question, it is not subjective, but it's also objective. Objective type questions. Okay, that would be the right answer. They are more objective than true or false type questions. Yes. As a chairman of independent commission, okay, as chairman of an independent commission on education, Jacques Delors' report to UNESCO was titled, I don't know. Maybe as chairman of an independent commission on education, Jacques Delors' report to UNESCO was titled. Okay, we'll check the answer. I don't know. Maybe World Exploration. No, I don't know. Maybe we'll check the answer. Learning the Treasures Within. Learning the Treasures Within is the title of Jacques Delors' report to UNESCO. He also the chairman of Independent Commission of Education. What are the required for good teaching? What are required for good teaching? Diagnosis, yes. Remedy, yes. Direction, yes. Feedback, yes. So all these are required for good teaching. Diagnosis is required. Diagnosis evaluation based on students' knowledge level, yes. Remedy, yes. Remedy means alternative approaches to teaching. Direction is teaching. Direction is important. Feedback is definitely important. So all these are true. Yes, that's the right answer. Main objective of student evaluation of teachers. Again, same question we have already seen in communication. So here it is make teaching seriously. 12 teachers adopt innovative teaching, yes. To identify the areas of further improvement, yes. So BC, we already seen this question in communication. Using the central point, yes. Dynamic pattern of idea related to mind mapping, yes. We already seen this question. Okay, attitude, also we have seen this question. It is non-verbal. Then most often teacher students communication is utilitarian. Already seen this question. Highest level of cognitive ability. Yes, highest level of cognitive ability. So we have knowledge levels in Bloom's taxonomy, like understanding, remembering, understanding, applying, then analyzing, apply, analyze, then evaluate. So evaluate is the highest form of highest level of cognitive ability. The final level in Bloom's taxonomy. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, and then evaluate. So evaluating is the highest level of cognitive ability in Bloom's taxonomy. So we need to understand Bloom's taxonomy also. Bloom's taxonomy. Yes. Then which one of the following statements are about which of the following factors does not impact teaching? Which of the factors does not impact teaching? Which of the following does not impact teaching? Classroom activities that encourage learning factors does not impact teaching. Classroom activities, yes, socioeconomic background of teacher and students does not affect teaching. Learners learning through experience, teachers knowledge. So this would be a factor does not impact teaching. Socioeconomic background of teacher or either student. Yes. Then which of the following statements about teaching aids are correct? Okay. Then teaching aids, about teaching aids. Do they help in retaining concepts for longer duration? Yes. They help understanding learn better? Yes. They make teaching learning process interesting? Yes. They enhance rote learning? No. They didn't enhance rote learning. If we think about rote learning, we don't need teaching aids. So A, B, C would be the right answer. Yes. Techniques used by teacher to teach include everything. Everything is given. Lecture, interactive, group work, self-study. So all these are correct options. A good teacher is who? A good teacher is who gives useful information. Yeah, yes, yes. I know the teacher, good teacher, then best teacher. One of my principals gave this. What is a good teacher? A good teacher gives useful information. Your teacher, a teacher. A teacher's work is give useful information. A good teacher uh, explains. A teacher. A teacher gives explanation, concepts, and principles. Gives printed notes to teachers. Teacher gives printed notes to students. So the best teacher would be inspire students to learn. It's actually best teacher. So here it is only given good teacher. So we'll take a good teacher inspires students to learn. That would be the best option. Yes, that's the best option. Maximum participation of students during teaching is possible through maximum participation of students during teaching is possible through like lecture method, no, demonstration method, no, textbook method, no. So inductive method is the correct answer. Inductive method is correct answer. Okay, right. Inductive means specific to general. Okay, that would be the right answer. Yes, that's the right answer. Next, diagnosis evaluation ascertains causes and remedies. Yes, causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instruction. Yes, that would be the best option. Diagnostic evaluation. Yes. Attitude of the teacher that affects teaching pertains to affective, cognitive, cognitive domain, psychomotor domain. Should be affective. Attitude of the teacher that our teaching pertains to affective domain. Yes, that would be the correct answer. Yes, I don't know who said that. Education is the manifestation of perfection already in men. Swami Vivekananda, maybe. Yes, this stated by Swami Vivekananda. Which of the following is not the prescribed level of teaching? Differentiation is not. Memory level, understanding level, reflective level, but differentiation is not prescribed. Then, in the classroom, the teacher sends the message either as a words or images. The students are really decoders. Teacher is a sender, student is a receiver. So, students are decoders. Which one of the following is considered a sign of motivated to teaching? Motivated to teaching. Students asking questions. Yes. Students asking questions would be considered as a sign of motivated teaching. Among these, yes. Which one of the following is the best method of teaching? Best method of teaching. Lecture, discussion, demonstration, narration. Best method. Lecture is not the best method. It is just a method. Discussion also method. Narration would be yes, but not for all topics. Narration is not for all topics. So either discussion or demonstration. Either discussion or demonstration. So the given answer is demonstration. Okay, so demonstration is the best method of teaching by using given these options. Next, dyslexia. Dyslexia is related with the student's learning problem. Okay, like mental disorder, no. Um, teaching, okay, I don't know. Maybe writing disorder, reading disorder, or behavioral disorder, mental disorder, definitely not. Okay, maybe writing, or maybe reading, or writing. So we'll check. Okay, dyslexia is associated with reading disorder. Yes, yes. Dare Jamin Bar, I think. I seen the movie, Amir Khan movie. Dare Jamin Bar, I think. I don't know the movie name. Samir Khan highlighted, the student will have this problem, dyslexia. So he cannot read. Uh, he cannot read anything properly. Uh, Amir Khan finds it out and he helps.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Sir,
Solunga ma'am.
dyslexia is none other than the vision problem also coming under in dyslexia, sir.
Okay. So vision problem also.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So can't able to read the content by themselves to understand it.
Oh,
So some of the students not able to read the content.
oh, okay. Attention deficit or hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. Okay, ADHD. Seeing that ADHD. So it also can be generic, yes. Okay. The e-content generation for undergraduate courses has been assigned the Ministry of Human Resource Development. The e-content generation for undergraduate courses has been assigned by the Ministry of Human Resource Development too. We are seeing this in Swayam. We've seen this during Swayam education. So this Consortium for Educational Communication, CEC. Consortium for Educational Communication, CEC. We have seen this in digital initiatives. It is the right answer. Consortium for Educational Communication. Yes. Classroom communication is normally considered as, yes, we have already seen it is effective. Who among the following propounded the concept of paradigm? John K. Wright or Thomas Kuhn? Either these two. Either these two. So who was the following propounded the concept of paradigm? Teaching paradigm. So the answer here is Thomas Kuhn or Kuhn. The most appropriate meaning of learning is acquisition of skills. No. Appropriate meaning. Skills is okay. Modification of behavior would be personal adjustment, yes. Inclusion of knowledge, yes. So appropriate meaning means modification of behavior. That would be the best because teaching is about changing the characteristics of the student. So the learning should be also modification of the behavior should be the best among these given options. Yes, that's the right answer. Arrange the following teaching process in order. Okay. Relate the present knowledge with the previous one. Evaluating, no. Evaluating, definitely not. Reteaching, formulating instructional objectives, presentation of instructional materials. Okay. So we can go with first. Relate to, no. We will start with formulating instructional objectives. That would be the first one. Second one would be relate the present knowledge with the previous one. Yes. Then we can have methods, instructional materials to present, and then reteaching not possible. Evaluate, then reteach. So the order would be 4, 1. So formulating instructional objectives, then relate the present knowledge with the previous one, and then presentation of the instructional materials, then evaluation, and then reteach. So D would be the correct order. Yes. CAET stands for Central Institute of Educational Technology. Central Institute for Education Technology. Yes. Teachers' role in higher education is provide information to students, the school, promote self-learning in students. Yes. Encourage healthy competition among students, also happening in school. Help students to solve the problems, maybe. So higher education help students to solve their problems. Also in students, but promoting self-learning happening in higher education. Among these four, promoting self-learning in higher education is possible, but not in school. So this would be the right answer. But all these options are also true, but it's also happening in school. So promoting self-learning in students is the higher education field. Yes. A good teacher must be resourceful and autocratic. No, definitely not. Resourceful and participative, yes. Resourceful and authoritative, no. Resourceful and dominant, no. All these three are negative impact. So resourceful and participative would be right answer. We already seen this autocrative, which like not in a good way, like ruling, but not in a good way. So that would be the best option. Yes. So which one of the following is the best teaching method of teaching? So we just seen this discussion demonstration method. Again, the same question. Okay, which of the none of the following types of evaluation assesses the learning progress to provide continuous feedback to both teachers and students during instruction? That would be formative during instruction. Unit test or quiz sessions. So formative evaluation would be best option. Yes. Which one of the following is a scaled down teaching situation? Scaled down teaching situation. Let's understand the question. Scaled down teaching situation. Right. So, team teaching, the methodology, cooperative teaching is the methodology, either macro teaching or micro teaching, but we have seen micro teaching. The notes itself, we have seen micro teaching. So that would be the best option. Like, okay, so I research for what is micro teaching and macro teaching. So micro teaching for teacher training and faculty development technique. Okay. Then macro training is like this macro training. Teaching technique and curriculum for a particular subject over lengthy time. So micro teaching would be a scaled down teaching situation. Yes, that would be the best option. Okay. So we can stop here. We can work again